Welcome to Vibe Coding Foundations 101. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about how the internet actually works. And my goal in this video is really just to give you a very high level overview by really just giving you simple concepts that you could understand so it can make sense when you're actually thinking about building a large scale application. This video is part of my series for non-technical entrepreneurs and builders who want to learn vibe coding, specifically on Cloudflare, but honestly it could work for any provider. It's really just foundational knowledge. It's a prerequisite to my course Building on Cloudflare 101. So if you're non-technical and you're just really trying to understand just the basic concept, that's what this course is about. If you're a developer, this is not for you by any single means. I couldn't find any single thing sort of online that could take you from zero. I don't know any single thing about coding. I'm interested in vibe coding to a scalable architecture when I was looking for stuff. So I decided to make something that actually gives you sort of that foundational knowledge. Hopefully it helps you on your journey, and I'm hoping that you actually can give me some feedback. And if you do, share it with other people so that at least they can learn how to vibe code as well. And my mission is to help 1 million people vibe code production grade application. So with that, let's jump right into the course. I tend to have backstories. I love backstories. It's just my thing. I'm going to try not to do that in this video, but you kind of need a little backstory in order for us to get to the good stuff. So we're going to do a little bit of backstory. So stick with me on this one. All right, let's talk about how the internet actually works. And again, oversimplifying, lots of details here. Super important here that we make that distinction, because I don't want to confuse my technical people and, that I'm trailing you guys with bad information here. So you have a computer somewhere. Doesn't matter whether it's a laptop or whatever the deal is, okay? You have files sitting on those computers. Those files might be a Word document. Those files might be a PowerPoint, right? Of some sort. Files might just be, a video, okay? Those are local files sitting on the internet. So this is nothing new. Everybody understands this concept. There's no problems here. Now, it's possible through the power of a network cable that you can access files from somebody else's computer. You can access their document, you could access their presentation, or you could access their video, okay? That concept could be, that wire could be as close as in a building. So two computers, computer 1 and computer 2, connected by a wire in the building, or it could be across another building, another computer.
I'm not quite sure how to help you with that.
Sorry about that. And they're connected in this way. The keyword for my thing is computer. So you're connected. So it doesn't matter the distance that those two computers are connected. As long as there's a wire connecting them, you, theoretically speaking, can access the files from that computer. Now, there's security and passwords and all that type of stuff. We're not talking about that right now. We're just making sure that everybody's understanding that you can access files from another computer. Good. Now, with that concept in mind, the internet is exactly that. So if I were to duplicate this entire thing, this concept, the internet works where you go from your computer to an ISP, your internet service provider, and your ISP basically makes that connection to some other computer in the world. And that computer, in our case, is Cloudflare, okay? So there is no difference. The only difference is the distance. And Cloudflare could have computers in the US or in Europe or in Africa or wherever. The distance doesn't matter. There's a cable that's connecting those two computers. So when you build a web page, which is another file, and you deploy it or upload it, all you're doing is basically putting that file on another computer, and you're paying money to keep those files there. That's it. The whole internet is basically that. You just have some files somewhere else. Quick interruption. If you're getting value from this video, can you do me a favor and just click on the subscribe button? That would really mean a lot to me. We're a super small channel, trying to grow, trying to get the word out about vibe coding and Cloudflare. So any subscription would really help the channel out. Also, if you're getting value from it, can you do me a favor and just leave a comment on the video, giving me your feedback, whether it's positive or negative. Tell me what you like, what you don't like. Doesn't matter. I appreciate those feedback. I read every single one of them, and it allows me to sort of improve on the channel. And also, if you want more videos like this and you want to join a like-minded set of people that are also building vibe-coded applications, link is in the bio to my school community. It's dwain.me/school, where you could join a group of like-minded people and we could build something together. So if that's something you're interested in, follow the link. You could also book a one-on-one call with me, and we could talk about your project and figure out how to get you from vibe code to profit. So with that, have yourself a wonderful day. Continue watching the video. So the question is, why wouldn't you just keep your files on your local computer and just serve it up on the internet? Well, number one is your ISP blocks you. And number two, your computer has an IP address, which stands for Internet Protocol, which basically is a number 1, 2, 3, let's just say. And this computer here is 4, 5, 6, 7. This number identifies your computer, and this number 567 identifies this computer. Think of it like your phone number for your phone. The ISP has some sort of table that basically knows where to find this computer, and it knows where to find this and basically there's other ISP around the world, and they know how to share that information across each other, and everybody shares the same information. They share the same table. That table is called DNS. Okay, so everybody has the same set of number across the entire world. So the question is, how does your computer know? Because your computer doesn't have a list of every single number or IP address in the world sitting on your computer. That would be ridiculous. So how does your computer know to find a brand new domain name that was registered by say, okay? The answer is very simple. Your computer says, hey, I need to find this new domain name, Dwain me. I've never seen it before. So when you type that in, it's going to go look in the local computer table on your computer. And your computer will be like, I don't have that record. So you know what? I need to check with my provider, my DNS provider. And it's going to go to, or my DNS gateway. It's going to go to the ISP, and the ISP will say, let me check my table to see if I know which computer that is. And he says, no, I actually don't have that. So it's going to just basically go to the other ISP. And then that ISP will say, yeah, okay, I know who this is for. This is for GoDaddy. That's going to this computer, and that's going to point it. One computer knows how to check the other computer, which then checks the other computer, which then checks the other computer. The only difference is it's happening super fast at the millisecond level. Okay. So what I just described to you might be in less than like 50 milliseconds or something like that. Speed of light, more or less. Okay. That's the whole internet. That's it. You've now known every single thing to understand how the internet works. I will see you in another video.